If you're a podcast host, listen up, this one's for you. My name is Allie Jackson. I'm the host of Finding Mr. Height, a dating and relationship podcast that I've been doing for 4 years now, sharing my positive and practical approach to dating that's built on my own life experience. And I wanted to share another experience that I've had, my secret behind monetizing my show. It's called Red Circle, and I was just telling my colleague about how much I love their platform. With Red Circle, not only am I getting a seamless hosting experience, but I also love the support I receive in ad sales. It's not just typical ad sales either. It's targeted opportunities based on my show and my life. And the platform is super simple. You just set your preferences and Red Circle matches you with sponsors that align with your show. You can vet every opportunity and their platform gives you great analytics. More recently too, my Red Circle team has brought me opportunities outside of my podcast on social media to really augment the podcast partnerships, bring them full circle. I just can't recommend them enough. If you want to give it a try, go to redcircle.com to get your free trial. That's redcircle.com for a free trial.
Laughter is the sun that drives winter from the human face. That's a quote from Victor Hugo. And remember, laughter is 10 times more powerful than screams. This is Life and Jest. Welcome, everybody, to Life and Jest. I'm Selene Castrovilla.
I'm Pascale.
The happiest person.
Could I be more enthusiastic?
No, I don't think you could. Today, we're going to be remembering with laughter and love my son, Casey, who we have to laugh with because he laughs so much. That's just the only way to remember him. There's never been anyone funnier than Casey. The day this drops, as they say, is the 3rd anniversary of Casey passing away. And I want to honor him with fun stories. But there is reflectivity in humor, of course. I think some of the most profound things are in humor because we all relate to funny stories. Everybody relates.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any more powerful connection than laughing together over stories. So I want to do that. I do want to start with a story, a really nice story about an animal thing. As you know, today, January 13th, is Casey's Creature Kindness Day. And I ask everybody to please do something. I'm sure you always do nice things for your animals, but just do something special in Casey's honor, like an extra treat. I think I'm going to take Bean to the dog park. He loves that kind of thing. And I bought him a special present and, give him just extra love, if that's possible. He's so showered with love anyway. And I asked people if they take a picture of it to put a hashtag Casey. There's already a hashtag Casey. I figured, well, we can make him show up in that one. I don't like the idea of starting a whole hashtag. I think it would work after many years, but I don't know if it would work immediately. So I figured we'd just glom into the hashtag Casey, Casey. But what I wanted to talk about was, did you ever hear of this? The Animal Legal Defense Fund?
No.
It's really amazing. You're going to love this. My friend Patty told me about it. She contributes to them every year. It was established in 1979, and I'm reading from their website now. The Animal Legal Defense Fund's mission is to protect the lives and advance the interests of animals through the legal system. That's pretty cool,
Nice.
huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Animal Legal Defense Fund accomplishes this mission by filing high-impact lawsuits to protect animals from harm, providing free legal assistance and training to prosecutors, that's pretty cool, to ensure that animal abusers are held accountable for their crimes, supporting tough animal protection legislation, and fighting legislation harmful to animals, and providing resources and opportunities to law students and professionals to advance the emerging field of animal law. I love that.
You know what? That's what I'm going to do for Creature Kindness Day.
Yeah, that'd be great. Anybody that wants to make a contribution in Casey's name, I think that's so beautiful. And this is so Casey. He loved animals so, so much. You could give $1, $5, whatever. Like, it doesn't have to be a big thing, but it's a remembrance in his name. And it's really nice. And I know he'll appreciate that. Yeah, I'll do that too. I'll make a contribution as well. I think that's really great. It was founded in 1979 by attorneys active in shaping the emerging field of animal law. The Animal Legal Defense Fund has blazed the trail for stronger enforcement of anti-cruelty laws and more humane treatment of animals in every corner of American life. It says that they've pushed the U.S. legal system to end the suffering of abused animals, and is supported by thousands of dedicated attorneys and more than 300,000 members and supporters. And they do all kinds of things. Some of these things I couldn't really read because it was so upsetting to read about the animals, but they really, they work hard on getting rid of the testing, you know what I mean? The labs, they've been successful in a lot of it. They have an article about if you see an abuse, you don't go up to the people, you call the authorities. And they explain abusing an animal, it really is illegal and something can be done. And they have a map of the states that show you which are the best and the worst states for animal laws. Let's see if I can find that
Give
again.
us the best and the worst.
Well, they list them all.
Yeah, give us the beginning and the end.
Hold on. I had it.
I hope it's Long Island, New York, because I don't really have
Well,
the means
it's the
to move
states. It
to
doesn't
another
say,
state.
it doesn't say that,
I know.
the
It's not
breakdown
gonna
of
get
inside a
yes.
state. Where is it? Oh, so annoying. I had it up before. Come on, you turkeys. Advocacy, collaboration. I looked at it. It's definitely here.
You are really dumb, for real. I was attacked by some idiot in the project. So dumb, so dumb.
Correct. Wow, you
That
really know.
reminds me of Casey.
Yes. Oh my God, that's such a funny story about that. All right, we're going to break in with one story of him before we do this. I don't know if everybody remembers that thing. It was a woman. It was
Antoine Dobbs.
that's the brother, right? That got on the news. His sister, somebody broke in and attempted to assault her, and he was really fired up in the news report. And he's like, "We got your shirt. No, you don't have to. You don't have to confess because we know who you are." Like he went to this whole
And hide your husbands because they're raping everybody out here.
yeah, and so then these
And then
clever
he says,
this
run and
song.
tell that, homeboy.
Yeah, they made it a song, and
Oh my God. I love
it was
that
really
so
funny.
much.
And they made merchandise. I found the thing. They made merchandise, and I bought my kids mugs of it. It was a family activity to embrace this.
Oh, yes.
And Pace loved it, and he laughed so much. And he had a shirt that said, "You don't have to come and confess." Award for School Picture Day. Like I didn't remember School Picture Day,
I
but it was so
love that.
funny. So his shirt says, "You don't have to come and confess." I'm like, you know what? That's the perfect shirt for School Picture Day because it makes you remember that memory.
Yeah,
So I kept it. I didn't do the retake day. I thought it was hysterical. So everybody
I
else
love
has like
that.
these pristine little things, and he's got, "You don't have to come and confess."
That is so Casey.
We all bonded on that. It's
Oh, yeah.
so funny.
I think
That's one.
everybody did. It was one of those viral things way
Yeah.
back. I don't even know what year that was, but
Well,
everybody knew that.
he was in middle school.
Yeah,
So it was a long time ago. I love that. I love that.
me
The
too.
whole
I
thing,
could still sing that whole stupid song.
it was great. It was great. But the best was the picture of it. You don't have to come and confess. I love it. Yeah. Good for him that he has that. I'm sure he loves that too. All right. So we've got, take a guess. I don't know if you'll guess this top state. I don't know if it's something you would think about, but you could try. Take one guess.
Is it one of those states nobody cares about?
No, I wouldn't say that. It's just not one that you might guess. Like no, you definitely know the state.
Ohio.
No, Ohio is in the middle, number 19.
Okay. Oregon.
You never. Did you say Oregon?
I did.
Very good. That is it.
There you
Very
go.
good. How'd you know?
I don't know. It just seems like a place that loves animals.
Oregon. Maybe, yeah, because they have a lot of the wild. I think I was confusing them with Utah in a way. Because I was
Utah.
thinking about
Where
Mormons, and
even is
Oregon
that?
doesn't have the Mormons. Oregon doesn't have the Mormons. They have the trail, the Oregon Trail.
Oh,
All
God.
right, well, Oregon is number one. So if you go to Oregon, and funny, doesn't Oregon have the same name of a place as Maine? What's the place? Isn't it a city? Portland.
Portland.
So Portland, Oregon. That's the crazy place. That's fun. Yeah, I like it there. It really is like a free range insane asylum.
I'm
So
telling
I
you,
guess
my aunt has told me a million times that I should go there. I would like it.
it's fun. We're gonna go. Yeah, I think you'll like it to visit. You would never want to live there. You would lose your mind. It's too much. They're not so like everywhere, but they're funny because you don't have to deal with them all the time. You know what I mean? So that's what
Interesting.
I think.
Okay.
Oh,
Let's
so anyway, the thing I thought
check
was
it out.
funny because Oregon and Maine both have what's the name of the place
Portland.
again? Portland.
Portland.
Oh wow! So the memory loss alert. They're number 1 and number 3. Maine is number 3,
Yeah, I can
and
see that.
in the middle is Massachusetts.
Massachusetts. Where's
And
New York?
and wait, number 4 is Illinois, and number 5 is Colorado. And Florida is high. Florida's number 7.
I was going to guess Florida as the worst.
No? Yes. I'm going to pour some coffee into a mug that my daughter-in-law bought me for Christmas, a Life and Jest coffee mug. Can you see
Oh
it?
my God.
Isn't that cute?
Yes. It's something. That was
It's
very
fab.
nice of her, but good Lord.
Isn't it? She was so excited, and I'm excited too. It's very sweet.
It's a very sweet gift. It's very nice. You know how I feel about the whole thing. I just want to be anonymous. I want to wear a bag over my head,
Wow. It's a nice
like
picture. You
the
look good in the
Unknown
picture.
comic.
Wow. That would be funny. The
I
Unknown
do like that
podcast partner.
picture.
We could have done that.
I
It's too
wish
late
I
now.
had thought of that. God damn it.
That would have cute. I mean, in a weird, it would ruin our whole thing about the besties and cousins. The whole thing would be
But
wrong.
you could have a bestie that's anonymous.
Would you really remain anonymous? The whole show is
Yes.
talking. You
Well,
mean just
it
like
would
people not know your
only
name
people who
and your.
knew me would know it's me. Like other people don't know my voice.
All right. Well, I don't know. That ship has sailed.
It sure has.
Okay. So New York is number 28. Not so good, New York. Not so
God.
good.
Oh my God.
All right. So we'll do the bottom. Oh, Utah is bad. It's not in the bottom 5, but it's very close. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. I'm going to do the lowest 10.
Yeah,
Lowest
the
10.
lowest 10.
Yeah. Because I have to. Okay. South Carolina. No.
I bet they're
They're
all
number
in the
10.
South. Is that wrong?
No, but several are.
Yeah.
Oh, but wait.
Sorry for all you
Okay.
Southern people. I'm so
All
sorry.
right. And where is that Christy Nome from? Is she South Dakota? She's either South Dakota or
some
North Dakota. I
state.
think she's South Dakota.
Yeah, I don't know.
She was the governor. They're number 41. So they're the 9th worst. South
Isn't
Dakota.
she the dog shooter? And didn't she shoot some other
Yes,
animal?
dog she isn't. That's why they don't want good laws because she would have to get arrested.
By the way, she's one of those people that you know she's crazy, but just by looking at her, she looks crazy. She's got crazy
She
eyes.
does. Yeah. And it's amazing the makeover that she did because she changed herself so drastically to turn herself into one of Trump's like glamour women. Like she was
She looks like
unrecognizable
a
from her.
housewife. Yeah, she looks like a housewife. The Real Housewives?
Well,
Yeah.
you mean those housewives of Beverly Hills and all that?
Yeah.
Is that what you mean?
I didn't mean like a
I thought you
regular
meant-
housewife.
I
Are
didn't
people
understand what you meant.
housewives anymore? Is that like a term? There's got to be a better name for it.
I don't know. Not for me. I mean, if Howard said it, I would know. But I didn't think of that right
No,
off the
not
bat.
the show. I mean people who actually run their homes. There's got to be a better term for it.
Then housewife?
Yeah,
I don't know.
housewife is a very old-fashioned term. I mean, it makes you sound like you're
Well, yeah, but
sitting
isn't
around in a,
I don't think there is a newer term for that. Is there? A homemaker sounds worse.
there's got to be a better term because I mean, we can all agree that that is a hard-ass job.
Yeah, I mean, you can run. You don't have to be a wife anyway to run a house. You could be.
No. Yeah,
I don't
running
know.
any home is
Oh my God.
difficult.
I saw speaking of having to laugh at horrible things. Okay. I saw this video on Instagram and this guy's like, yeah, I took over my neighbor's house the other day. I didn't like the way he was running it.
Oh my God.
I didn't know it was a thing, but then I learned. And so we're holding him at a house a few blocks away. He didn't take out his trash enough. And we didn't like the way he cut his lawn. And we
Is
think
that
he's
a
running
joke?
fentanyl out of there.
That's got to
Yes,
be a
it's a
joke.
joke.
Oh, thank God.
Based on vanilla.
That's insane.
And he goes, and we took his wife out too. She didn't really do anything wrong. We didn't like that she brought empanadas to the block party.
Oh, wow.
It was just
Okay,
so
that's
funny.
pretty funny. Yeah,
It
that's
was
funny.
extremely funny.
Oh, yeah. There's people who would
You
want to
know?
really do that.
Well, yeah, it was just hysterical. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that is pretty
You know?
funny.
Yeah. I can't believe you thought it was real. Like, come on.
Listen, people
I
are
remember you
nuts.
laughing at something.
People are very
Yeah.
crazy. That wouldn't surprise me. I'm sorry.
Well, I wouldn't say there's something so funny that I have to tell you if that was
Yeah,
true.
that's true.
That
Notice
I
that
wouldn't
I
do.
thought it might be real, and I was laughing. So what does that say about me?
Yeah, I don't know.
Cold-blooded.
Seriously. Okay. So then this is sad because I like this place. I used to like this place. Number 42 is New Mexico, but I can see it.
Um,
I know it's one of those. I have mixed feelings about it now. Although it is the land of enchantment, and I do have I have a poem about it for me, Casey. Number 43. Apparently, you shouldn't give Iowa a try. There's that song, "You ought to give Iowa a try." Well, if you're an animal, do not give Iowa a try. They're number
I
43.
do not know that song.
It's from the Music Man. I know everything from Music Man. You ought to
You
give
know,
Iowa a try.
I saw the Music Man not that long ago, and I don't remember that.
He's a music man. He's what? He's what? I know
Yeah,
everything from them.
I don't know.
So then number 45 is Georgia. Georgia on my mind, but not for a good reason. I get these
Oh,
songs for all this. Oh, I skipped 44. Sorry. 44 is the Mormons, Utah. So far, we've had South Dakota, New Mexico, Iowa, Utah, Georgia, and Mississippi.
I was going to
Mississippi
guess
burning, Mississippi,
Mississippi. That is definitely one of the ones I was going to guess.
Kentucky. I'm sorry they are number 47 on the list. And it's got everything to do with that guy, that Republican guy. I know it. What's his name?
Uh,
The majority leader guy is from Kentucky. You know, the one they have him on Howard that's singing sometimes. What's the guy's
oh,
name in the, my God, it's so famous. The
Mitch
majority
McConnell?
leader. Yeah, Mitch McConnell is from Kentucky. Oh, number 48 is Idaho, my private Idaho. Number
You're living
49,
in your own private
it's a
Idaho.
sweet home for some, but not for animals. Alabama. And 50 is the other Dakota, North Dakota. So we got both Dakotas in the worst category. So
There you go.
yeah, it's sad. We got to pick up our games here, guys, because the animals can't speak for themselves. They need us to be their advocate. It's like abusing a child. It's the same thing. They're
It
helpless,
is.
you know? So I'm really glad to hear about this. If you go on the Animal Legal Defense Fund, there's a chart for the states. It's called U.S. Animal Protection Laws Rankings Demo. So you can find it when you go on their website. No wonder I
I
couldn't
think you
find it.
should
That was a
post
long
the
one.
website with this episode.
I will do my best. But you know how I am about that. I will try. Oh, there's a picture of a cat and a dog. It's so cute. But they're just so like thoughtful looking. And like the dog is like, oh, please help me. Please. And
Did
they
they
really,
play the Sarah
really love the.
McLachlan song?
No. Oh, no. But it's really nice. I didn't know they existed. I think it's amazing and good for them. And I'm really glad Patty told me about them. And they're against the puppy mills. And I think there's been a lot of headway because that puppy store in Lynbrook closed down. So maybe they're
Yeah.
really, maybe
Yes.
they're right.
I think
Hopefully
a
they're
lot of them closed down. I feel like there was a change in some sort of law.
good. Good. And if it was from these people because these people are the ones that started that law. And
Okay.
did you hear when I said they even educate prosecutors because, prosecutors are so overworked. They don't have, so they have their volunteer lawyers teaching the prosecutors. I mean, I think that's amazing. That's so nice, you know?
I agree.
So I'm really happy for that. They have all the focus areas are animals used in research, captive animals, companion animals, farmed animals, and wildlife. They have a lot on the website, so I highly recommend you guys look at that.
Okay.
So, and especially on Creature Kindness Day, take a look. I think that's really nice. Okay. So we're going to talk about funny stories about Casey. And for some reason, the first thing that came into my mind, I mean, there's a myriad of things, but I think I was just sort of blocking them. It's painful in a way. I mean, it's good, I don't know. But once I started letting them out, they started coming pretty fast. But I'll never forget. I don't know why he wanted this, but he got it in his head that he wanted, this shows the nature of Casey. He decided he wanted a hammock to sleep in his room. He wanted it to be his bed. Now,
Yeah.
I mean, how could you know that you definitely want? First of all, that doesn't sound very comfortable,
No,
right?
no,
Would you want a hammock in your at your bed?
no, absolutely
And
not.
no, but
What are we,
he
Gilligan?
lobbied for it. He wanted it, and I got it for him because I'm a sucker. And it had to be specially changed because you couldn't put the stands. It wasn't big enough room. Had to be specially changed so it wouldn't change, so it wouldn't fall, this and that. And then I don't even know if he slept in it the whole first night. He was like, I don't want this. Oh my God, it's so typical. And so, I mean, I wish I could have just had him try it somewhere, but I honestly don't even know where I would have gone to try a hammock. I don't know.
I
There's
don't
not
know.
like a hammock store. But in
No.
any case, I wound up giving it to my boxing coach. He used it in his studio in between sessions. I think that sums up Casey deciding he wants something without even knowing anything about it and being so quirky about it. And then like, no, I'm done with this. And then it was just funny. So
That's kind of
I
one
don't
of
know.
my Casey stories. Do you remember you got him that paddle boat? He wanted a paddle boat because you live on
God,
the
that's
water.
another thing.
So one day he was like,
Yes.
come, we'll go on the boat. And I'm like, sure. I don't know why. And we paddled so far. And then we were sitting there and we were like, how are we going to get back? And it took us forever, but we were laughing. It was
You were tired?
so funny because I guess we were talking as we were paddling and not paying attention to how far we went.
Right.
And then we were in the
Well,
middle
that's
of
funny.
nowhere. And there's that
Wow,
panicky
you really
moment.
did go far.
We went pretty far.
Really?
And
Did you
I
think?
was like, oh my God, I'm out here with a kid. I'm an adult. How did I let this happen? We did make it back, but
Did you have,
no,
I see, no.
no, we did not.
Why? Fast food.
Yeah, no, I don't think we wore life vests. I don't remember wearing any life vests. I think we just hopped in
You
and
had
went.
fun because uh, it didn't last long because Hurricane Sandy came and it was damaged and
Oh yeah.
it got like it didn't have a lot of damage. It had like got a hole in it though, and they'd sent me a repair thing. I didn't know how to do it, and my life was just so wrecked after
Yeah, I
Sandy. So I
mean,
really
that is the
that's it.
last thing you're
I was in
thinking
the
of.
pedal boat.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was so cute the pedal boat.
We had fun. It was a fun it was ridiculous, but really funny and fun. And paddle boats are hard. That is not
Well, after a
easy
while, you
after
get
a
tired.
while. But yeah,
Yeah.
we thought it was funny.
So then there's a time I always walked the dog. I mean, he loved his dog, but he did not walk that dog. I always walked the dog. Okay.
Yeah.
And in LA, there's very few places to walk a dog. Well, where we were. There wasn't a lot of grass, and this dog only liked to poop in grass. He did not like the cement stuff. He really wanted some sort of grass. It was a problem. Once in a while, if he was desperate, he would do it out on the street. Like there was like some weedy kind. It wasn't grass really, but there was something. It just couldn't be cement or anything like that. And a large part of LA is all cement stuff.
Yeah, especially where you live.
So I
There
was
was
walking
nothing.
him. No. Oh, please. They lied and said it was what's the name of the place they said it was again? Forget the name of the place they said it was, but which is supposed to be the hip part of LA, but
Silver
it
Lake.
wasn't that. It was like a block away from that, and it really was Silver Lake. That's what they said. But they lied. It wasn't Silver Lake at all. You could walk to Silver Lake, but you had to go through it was a harsh neighborhood and not beautiful. It
No.
was not where you wanted to really be. We had gates, and you know what got me? They had in the picture they had there was a palm tree on either side of my door. It was cute, right? But the guy knew what he was doing, how to set that up because it looked like a cute little bungalow. But when you pan out, you're like, where am I? And remember the
Yeah.
homeless people took over the house next door, the abandoned.
Yes.
Uh, it was
Didn't they
crazy.
start a fire
But
when I
that's
was
not the
there?
funny story. They did. You were there. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the fire was right next to us, like where we sit outside. There
Yes.
was like, the fire was literally coming. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
Oh
because you
my
called the
God. Yeah,
police.
I did. Yeah. And the fire department. Yeah,
Yes.
that was something. So the funny story, there's a lot of funny stories about Casey, but I think the Scientology thing is pretty funny too. But well, I was walking the dog and I knew there was something kind of wonky about the harness. Like sometimes they feel like they're kind of a little loose or there's something going on. The thing about LA is everybody throws their food on the ground. I don't know what is wrong with everybody, but nobody finishes their meals. Well, I can't say nobody, but many people throw just like it seems like complete meals onto the ground. Very little is eaten. Burgers and fries and you name it. Once the dog snarfed down an entire bag of cake. It was a plastic bag, and he snarfed down the entire thing. The bag, everything. And then pooped it out a week later. I called vets. I didn't know what to do. Very worried about that. But in this particular occasion, we were on Sunset Boulevard. Now, that is a very big road. It's a few blocks from my house, like not maybe 3 long blocks, but it was not that far. But he found a hamburger on the ground. I tried to take the hamburger away. The thing broke loose. The dog was running wild on Sunset Boulevard. You know how much traffic is on Sunset Boulevard? And I'm like, but once he ate that hamburger, it was like when Popeye with the spinach, he was like, wah! He's like wildly. And he was aggressive. It wasn't like I wasn't scared of him, but I was worried for him. I was afraid he was going to run in front of a car because I could not contain him. I could not get him back. Right. And he would not come to me, was gallivanting Sunset Boulevard. And I had to call Casey, and Casey just pulled up and he was like, get in to Bean. And Bean just got in. Like, boom. It's amazing how he listened to him.
That's really funny.
I don't know how he was an animal whisperer. He could do that with any animals. Animals always came to him. Animals come to me too, but like this dog was, you. Yeah, I'm talking about you. It's you. You ran all over Sunset. I know. You ran all over Sunset Boulevard. No?
He's like, stop.
Who's for that behavior? No.
Stop.
No, it was years ago.
Everybody.
I could tell a lot of people a lot of things about you, dude. Oh, now he's walking away in shame.
Aw.
I know. Oh, he's here. I love you. Yeah, so I thought that was funny. And luckily, Casey was nearby because I don't know what we would have done. I mean, the dog, it's terrifying when a dog is running loose in a really crowded place.
Yeah.
That's a dangerous road.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I know. Hold on. One other funny story of LA right there, in the same area. That was the place where, what's that religion again with Tom Cruise?
Scientology.
What is that?
Scientology.
Yes. We were surrounded by them, by those churches, right? The centers and the churches. And they were huge and gold and really looming. And he would always tease me like, yeah, I'm going to go in and join them. I'm going to go in and join them. I'm like, and I knew he was kidding, but on the other hand, I'm like, no. He's like, no, it'll be fun. I think he goes, maybe they'll help me get rich because they're going to want the money.
That's true.
So that was Kate Love teasing about that things he would do that he never really would do, but you never really knew what he would do. So that was very funny. So you want to tell a story?
Let's see. This one's just cute. Every time I hear this, which isn't often anymore, it makes me think of Casey. At some point, you used to have that basket store. And I don't know if I was working or maybe not working not in your store. Like I must have been working at night or I was not working during the day for some reason. So you asked me to take care of Casey during the day for the Christmas season. And he was little. And so every day we would watch Blue's Clues. And when that male song would come on, we would just get up and like do wild dancing every day. And it was just so cute and so sweet. And we had so much fun. That like wild dancing where you're just gonna, and it was just so cute. Like every day, he was so little, but he knew, the time that we did it. Because in those days, you just watched TV when it was on TV, and it was just sweet.
Right.
It always makes
Hard
me
to believe.
think of him. Yeah. It was just a very sweet moment we would have together.
Well, that is very sweet. Well, that reminds me, I didn't even have it on my list, but he and I would always sing High School Musical together.
Oh, yeah.
In the movie, I think this was at your house, actually. One time it was on, and we got up and we were enacting I love that song, The Soaring Flying. We're breaking free.
I've never seen that
and
movie.
then we sang, We're All in This Together.
Mm-hmm.
Love the High School Musical. I want to listen.
I know. I remember you people love that.
Musical. Oh my God, it's really good.
I have never
I
seen it.
mean, how do you not love that? There's that love song, and then we're all in this together.
No
Oh my
interest.
God, we had so much fun singing that. I
I
love
remember you guys
He
loved
loved
that.
it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we would like stand there and perform it.
Yes.
That
You
was
know what
fun.
else reminds me? And I
It
don't.
was like, 'cause a lot.
Yeah.
What?
What?
No, go ahead.
I
No, I
The
said go ahead.
song that reminds me of him, and I'm sure you too, because I saw this when I was over your house. We were hanging out one day, and Casey was with his friends, and they did that video to Uptown Funk. Do you remember that? They did like
Yeah,
this
that's great.
whole video, and
Yeah,
it
I
was actually
recently
really
posted that again.
good.
I love.
They did a really good job.
Well, he did an amazing job, but they also did it twice. He did it twice because he did it with friends that were girls, and
Yes.
then I guess I don't know if his girlfriend found out that he did it, or
Oh,
worse, I don't. Something happened, so he did the whole thing with her, and he said to me that first video never happened.
that's funny.
It was
That
And he
is
did
funny.
it well, but I mean, it was great. You know, I also love that video because my house is like in it, so it's like real memories of him in my house, and it's so cute.
Mhm.
It's all over my. I mean, they did shoot a couple things in other places, but mostly in my kitchen, in his room, in
Yes.
the living room.
Yeah.
So I just love that, you
I
know.
thought it was really good.
And yeah, it's a really cute video.
It
Yeah,
is.
I
They did a
posted
really
it
good
on
job.
I guess Facebook or something.
Yeah.
It's on something. I'll post. Yeah, that's a great memory. He did love. He was very musical, very funny, just
Yes.
funny. This is not funny, but regarding animals, man, like he loved all animals, but he had a special bond with Jessie, our cat Jessie.
Uh,
He just that he had such a special relationship with him, and they used to sleep together in an embrace. It was
mm.
so cute. I'm going to try to find the pictures and post them because just the sweetest thing that he was just like in this embrace with the cat. It was adorable. He did it, he loved again all animals, but Jesse was such a brilliant cat. He was just so all knowing. He was just one of those wise cats and really beautiful.
I can't hear you.
Okay.
Okay.
That
Sorry. I don't know what happened.
text you. That's why I messed with the phone again. My phone is not usually then sensitive. I don't know what's going on today.
I don't know. You froze. And then
Well, you would,
so I
yeah,
had to go out and go back in. Like it said I was still connected.
it's weird. I don't know.
Anyway.
All right. So, well, the whole cross country trip with Casey
Oh,
in the RV was just like it could have been a sitcom, a really bad sitcom. He made a video of me like because everything started falling. I think I had to stop short, right, on the highway or something. And everything was precarious as it was because I don't know what I'm very bad at packing, and I always take like the wrong things. I'll take like every stupid thing I didn't need, but anything crucial gets left behind. It's ridiculous. I just don't have a head for it. I don't know, and particularly when you're moving, and everything just like wildly fell. And he goes, and he made a video, and he's like, "This is an episode of Hoarders." I go, "This is not an episode of Hoarders. It's an episode of things fall in an RV." And it was just, oh my God! Don't rent. People listen to me. Don't rent an RV. I'm not kidding. I mean,
I,
maybe some people, did, but it's like a nightmare. Thank God I didn't buy it, and I just rented it because that
yeah.
was
I have to tell you though, when I checked it out before you left. Like when you brought it home, I was there, and it looked really cool. I mean, but
that's
I
before you
never.
put in it though.
Yes, right. You hadn't put your stuff in it yet.
You gotta bring stuff. Yeah. And
Of
there's really
course.
not a lot of room for stuff,
No,
you know?
it's not. It looks
No.
big when it's empty, but it's like any other room. It will,
Right.
once you
And
put stuff in it.
it's not really meant for moving. It's meant just for like if you go, you don't take that much when you go
Right.
camping or whatever. I guess I'm not sure. But oh my God. And the biggest problem we learned right away when they said that you can't you have to put these things in the toilet because if the water, remember you bought me the things from Walmart as a going away thing. Like you have to
Oh
put
yeah.
these things so you can use the toilet
Yeah.
and you can't use the shower or something because everything's winterized, right?
Yes.
And I'm like, wow, things have gone south before we even left. Like if I knew that, I wouldn't have done this. I would have found another way.
Yeah.
Really, the best thing to do is just like to rent, like, or take your car, pull like a U-Haul or something, pull whatever, and stay in hotels, because sleeping in that thing was horrible. It was a nightmare. It was bad, but it was funny because it was so bad. It was funny. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The dog, thank God I got the insurance for anything. I was thinking about how hard it was going to be to drive this thing, and I decided to get the extra coverage to cover everything, every little thing that could possibly be wrong. And that dog had clawed his way like up the bed every time. And it wasn't his fault because it was slippery. It was like it slid down because we had bedding, but the bedding came right off like when he jumped up, when he tried to claw on. And then he was just like, so the whole thing was just covered in, and he ruined the whole bed. Like it was covered in claw marks.
Yeah.
And so I was really glad. And then a UPS truck tried to squeeze by us when we got to where we moved, and it left a mark across the whole thing.
Oh,
So
my
I was like,
goodness.
well, that's good that I got that thing. But remarkably, we did make it. I mean, I didn't think we
You
were going to
did.
survive that trip. It was a really treacherous trip.
Yes.
And the wind, every time a truck goes by, it feels like the RV is falling completely. I couldn't even drink a cup of coffee while I was driving. My hands, I had to get those gloves, the arthritis gloves or whatever, because my hands hurt so much from clutching that wheel all across the country.
Yeah.
And poor Casey was terrified to drive. I didn't, of course, I didn't demand it because we were supposed to equally drive, but whatever. But then one time the rain was pouring down so much, and he just took over, though, I have to say, because we were on a highway. It was torrential rain. It was getting dark, and I lost it. I was like, I don't even know how I started to pull it over. I'm like, and it was so dangerous because it was torrential rain. No one would, a big truck could not see you and drive right into you, So
Yeah.
it wasn't like you really, if it was like normal rain, maybe you could sit on the side of the road and wait it out, but it really was not safe. We were way too exposed to be there. So he took over, man. And I was so traumatized that I just huddled it, like, and just closed my eyes, and just like, it was like when you're preparing for the plane to crash,
Yeah.
like I really just thought like that was and he got us there. So I have to say he really came through. Like, I think he just had no choice because I just fell apart completely. I think everybody in their one lifetime falls apart and something, it's like, I was just like, I couldn't handle it. But that trip was crazy. We went to a bar in, what is that state where oh my God, I wanted to do a song to it when you got there, but was it Kentucky? Does Kentucky have a song? No.
No.
No, it wasn't Kentucky. It's one of those states where they have a song. It's a Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Yeah, that place. No. Okay. No, the bars, they didn't know about no smoke. There's no smoking laws in those bars. Can't even breathe in those bars. Okay. It was also COVID and nobody knew what a mask was. It was the most, and there was this guy that was like coming on to me, and he was just like dirtbag city, right? And Casey was so worried. I'm like, do you really think I'm going to go with this guy?
Oh, my God.
Relax. He's harmless. He's just a little idiot, You could tell when they're harmless, but just annoying, like little nuts, But yeah, that was like crazy. Like, it's like, what is happening in this bar? Like, you couldn't believe that this could go on in a bar, like smoking especially, and everybody was just so silly, like it was just like, why, And yeah, I didn't like Oklahoma. I never want to go back to Oklahoma. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, it's one of those places I never need to go.
It's just, I'm sure there's really cool places, but where we were, it was a poor representation of it. I think it was like a small town, and we couldn't, it was like a small town that happened to be on the side of the highway. And the next day, the winds were so fierce that we just sat in the RV the whole day because we were afraid to go back on that highway.
Yeah.
So it was a whole sitting in an RV in Oklahoma. Oh no, she's gone again. All right, I'm going to take a moment to get my dog
Frozen again.
All right. I don't know where Pascale went again. It just keeps getting cut off. So I'm just going to continue to talk. So Casey and I took a trip to Florida when he was younger. His brother was in college. It was just me and him. And I think I told him because we love Disney and we used to go to Disney a lot. We had a lot of great times at Disney. It's true. And when he was very little, he was so cute. He loved he loved all the characters. The minute he saw them, he just ran up and embraced Winnie the Pooh, or even like the scariest ones, like the Mulan things and all the dragon and the Hunchback of Notre Dame. He loved them all and would just run right up. He didn't even want to wait on the line. He would try to, it was like he was walking, but not much more than that. It was like a year and change, and he would run up and grab their legs and clutch them. And he just fell in love with all these things. But when he was older, I think he was in middle school, and we took a trip to Florida. We were going on vacation. I said, let's go somewhere. And he goes, I want to go to Disney. I go, no, because it was summer. Here she is coming back.
Hi
There you are.
again. Sorry.
Hi. That's all right. I figured I'd just talk. I started talking about the trip I took to Florida with Casey when he was in middle school, and he wanted to go there. He always loved Disney, and we did always have fun at Disney, but it was August. I'm like,
I know.
no, you don't want to go there in August. He's like, no. I'm like, and once again, I just don't put my foot down with him. It's a problem. I see that now, but I'm like, you're going to regret it. And when we got there, we were like, oh my God, we can't breathe. It was so hot. And this is so funny. We decided to rent a wheelchair and take turns wheeling each other one of us could get rest.
My God.
We were trying, they used to let you cut the line when you had the wheelchair, but they stopped doing it. I guess because too many people figured that out about the wheelchair. So we still had to wait, but it was just funny wheeling him around there. And then I took him on he liked those roller coaster things and all that. And I didn't. Right. And I thought I liked Space Mountain. I had liked it when I was younger, but you get older, I guess you get more wussy, I flipped out on Space Mountain. I screamed the whole way. It's really, and everybody says it's a pretty mild roller coaster, but I don't know. I guess I just got too old for it. And so I was screaming the whole way. And, he asked me if I was okay and everything, but he still he liked it, So we went to Animal Kingdom and they have this Yeti ride. And he's like, oh no, this one looks fine. And he meant it too. He's like, this doesn't look as bad as the other thing and everything. Come on, let's go. And I didn't want to make him go alone. Right. So I went on it. My God, it's terrifying. Okay. They whip you around backwards, okay? And he starts going, he's yelling, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. And I have a picture of us on the Yeti ride, I'm flipping out, those rides do have funny pictures at the end,
Yes.
But, that was a crazy time because we were so hot, but we paid for it, we were going, we liked it, but it was like, whoa, it's hot here. I mean, we really enjoyed ourselves in that lazy, they have the Typhoon Lagoon, and is it the one with the rip? You go around and you float around, and that was the best because we could just stay cool there,
Right.
And I have a picture with him, and my eyes came out closed. I bought it. He wouldn't let me take many. He really had rules about pictures, he just didn't want them. So I have this one picture, and my eyes were closed. So now finally, I've learned how to do on Canva. I was trying to open my eyes, but I decided why don't I just put sunglasses on myself. So they don't look great, but I'm going to one day perfect the picture that it looks like I have a natural pair of sunglasses. Because I'm like, it's just so ridiculous. It's perfect except my eyes are closed, and he's so cute. And but it's almost there. It's better. But it is a funny story, I guess.
Yeah, that is a funny story.
You always did have fun in Florida. We played miniature golf, but it was really hot there. And, yeah. We had a nice apartment though. We got, it was in this bartering thing and it was a nice apartment. And, I did see a roach then and I bugged out because I did not want roaches to come home. So I had to check our clothes every single day. I kept the suitcases zipped until we left. I was every day I was checking. I was on just high alert because I know you just went home and that's the end.
Oh yeah. All you need is that one.
My God.
And then you're done. They're so hard to get rid of.
Yeah. Yeah. But he didn't understand them. He's like, what are you doing? I'm like, you got to understand. I have to be militant about this. But it was fun. We went to the supermarket and he was so cute. I don't know. It really is something that's, I guess, just cute to me, but he was so earnest in bringing up the groceries and this and that. So I was still going to the it was just so cute. because he could be just so earnest when he did things and
Yes.
just adorable, like it just, it was really like, just like, I mean, it's not just Casey, just in general, kids have this pureness about them that is like,
Yeah.
I just appreciate it so much. That's why I really like talking with young people. I just love that about them. Like, they just they haven't been jaded and they really care and that, they really believe in things still. And spending time with Casey that vacation, it really hit me like I really
Yeah.
appreciated it, that how he was. So it was really a great time. I really loved that trip. And I bought like a scrapbook to make for him, and I never made it and I felt really bad because like, you know how it is with those scrapbooks.
Oh my god, you had all the stuff, so we decided to do it together. I still have a bag of pictures that are cut out with those scissors that never made it
Yeah.
anywhere.
It's
They're just
hard.
stupid pictures.
It's a lot of work to make those
It
scrapbooks.
is. I was like, I hate stuff like that. I don't know why I even considered doing that.
I made a full one of one Disney trip with the kids because I bought a Disney scrapbook, and I did do that, which I'm damn proud of. And then after that, I mostly did like of pages here and there, but they were never in
Yeah.
anything.
Oh, yeah. No, I just have floating cut in those
Yeah,
stupid shapes.
you need a whole other lifetime to do
Oh,
that.
yeah.
But when kids are little, you have to deal with your kids. It's
Yeah.
impossible.
Oh, no, there's
You know how anybody that gets those done, wow, I appreciate you because I can't.
yeah,
I just,
listen, anybody who does those kind of things, like my daughter-in-law does it, and she's really good. She's very creative and artistic, and she does these really nice things with the baby stuff. And I'm like,
nice.
good for her because
Wow, yeah,
I mean, she works full time. She has
yeah.
a little one. Yeah, but she makes
Right.
it sweet because she gives me some of them, from the baby. And
Oh,
yeah, good for her. She
that's nice.
she is really good at that
That's
stuff.
great. Yeah, because she does work full time. That's amazing that she does it. Good for her.
Yeah, but I think she also enjoys it. She's very artsy.
Did too. It's just I didn't have the time, And also,
I
I
didn't
mean,
either.
my store was a very full time thing. Like it wasn't like like you has to
Uh,
constantly worry about it.
that wasn't a nine
And
to
then when I
five
started
job.
writing again,
Yeah,
yeah, and then when I started writing again, that took me over. So like there was a
yes.
lot of stuff.
And that job was like that store was day and night. Like, it's your own business. There's no way.
Yeah, having your own businesses, and I mean, writing is sort of like that too. I mean, you're
Yeah,
sort of responsible for everything, and not sort of, you are, and yeah, yeah, that store was a lot, but
it
yeah,
sure was.
oof, oof, a lot. But anyway, so you want to tell another story?
I don't even know which one to tell. It's so many fun moments. I don't know what it was with me and Casey, but we just had like a thing, you know,
Yeah, you did.
always. I I just really we had fun hanging out together all the time. There's one little story, and it just made me laugh because it's also just, he was so young. I had like every old shitty car that ever was.
Yeah,
So this car still had the roll up windows that you had to use the handle and the door locks. And I brought him somewhere, because I'd bring him in his friends' places somewhere sometimes. And he gets out of the car and he didn't understand. He was like trying to press to use a window. He had no idea how to work this car. And it just made me laugh so hard. I was like, these kids, it wasn't just him, those kids in general, because they'd never encountered cars like that. It just made me laugh, because he would just make things really funny, like
yeah,
extra funny. He
yeah.
just always made me
He
laugh.
did. He had that way about him. Like he just made
Yes,
everything really funny. It is a way, even like his actions, his body language, everything
right.
he did was so
You
funny.
can't explain it. He just made things,
Is it? Yeah, like
regular
that's
things, really funny.
he did. He had that
Yes,
gift. I know.
yes,
I know. That's why I told him. I said, you don't have to worry about memorizing routines. You just get up on the stage and just talk, like because you're just naturally funny.
yes. He was just
Yeah.
funny. And one more very short because it's hard to explain, like, because they sound very they don't sound as interesting or funny as they were. It's hard to explain them, but
Yeah,
I
it's
don't know
kind of
where
like you
you
need
went.
to watch.
Yes,
Yeah,
but I spent, like, I don't know, maybe a week at your house with him, just
yeah.
the 2 of us, and he had that Game of Thrones Monopoly. We were both very into Game of Thrones at the time, and we spent the entire week, like, we do whatever we had to do, but we left the
Yeah,
board, and every
yeah.
day we made time to sit there and play this game.
That's
And
great.
I don't know why that was so special, but it was because,
Yeah,
like, we made time for it every day, no matter what we were doing that day. And we
I
left the
love that.
board in your living room. And yeah, it was just very sweet and fun and competitive.
I love that. That's
Yeah,
really sweet. Yeah,
we were both very
yeah.
much going for the throat on this Monopoly, which is ridiculous.
But oh, people get into it. I got
Yeah.
into it with Michael Ream. I was playing Monopoly, the new one, the fast one on the court. So I
There's a
get it. But
fast one?
I there's a new one with just cards. Yeah, it takes like
Oh,
15 minutes.
oh, fun.
Well, it took us longer because I was slower, but I won this last time. I won both of them.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah, but I figured it out how to do it. I figured out what was important and what was not. It
Oh,
was.
yeah.
I wish I could do that with life sometimes.
Oh my god. I'm very bad at Monopoly, but I really try.
Like, I mean, I was never a big game person. Like, so I'm glad he got to do it with you. I don't know what it was. Like, once I would start a game, I'd be okay, but like, it wasn't like I'd ever say, hey, let's play this, let's play that. He had games and stuff, but I guess Tony would play them with him too more. Like, I just not a game person. So I'm glad
Uh,
you guys did that. And,
well, like I said,
wait,
we were
I mean,
both very into Game of Thrones at the time,
yeah,
you
I
know,
know. Yeah,
so it
you
was
love
fun.
that game of
Well, that was another
good.
thing. We were into a lot of the same TV shows, you know,
Yeah,
we had that in
yeah.
common. We were into a lot of the same stuff because apparently I am a 12-year-old boy.
Well, I know. Well, and he would always describe these things to me, and he loved horror movies, and he would always
Yeah.
describe the entire movie to me. And I'd be like, I don't want to know. And he told me like all the entire thing. I'm like, oh my god,
Oh,
why?
yeah.
Why don't you?
Oh my
Yeah,
god. Wait, I forgot to tell my favorite thing. And it is also it's well, you were there, so you'd understand how interesting this was. I don't know why it was. When Sandy happened, he wanted to come
that's-
over and show me that army food or whatever you had.
yeah.
He thought it was so interesting, and he
Dad,
came he
that's interesting. It was like this.
yes,
It was like what you had to like pour something in it, and there was like
yeah,
a chemical reaction. The food
yeah.
got hot.
It was so
Oh,
weird, and
oh my,
he couldn't wait to show me this food, and
yeah.
I was also as entertained by this food. It was so odd.
It was called MR Meals Ready to Eat. MRE, I
Yeah,
think
it was like
meals.
in this weird foil packet
And the
maybe?
army gave it to us. It came off an army
Yes.
truck.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you put, like, water in it or something, and it was so
I
bizarre.
think it comes with some liquid in a packet and you pour it in.
Yeah.
And it fizzles. Yeah. I know he
Yeah.
did love that. Yeah. He had fun while everybody else was traumatized. Like, which is good. I'm
Yes.
glad he did. I'm glad he had fun with some things because some things were just not funny. You
Well,
know.
because he would
But
find the interesting in things.
yeah. I remember I took my kids to Europe for 3 weeks and he he wanted to take all these stuffed animals. And once again, why didn't I say no? And he got to the point where he couldn't drag them around anymore. So we mailed them home. It cost me so much money to mail these stupid stuffed animals because I wasn't going to abandon the stuffed animals. We just
Yeah.
couldn't. They were a liability. I have to learn something there. So then we were going to train from France to Italy, and we decided to walk rather than take a cab. Which why, right? And we had our luggage and everything. It's so dumb. So we got lost and we saw all these steps and we thought that I thought it said station. So I thought it was a train station because it said station,
Yeah.
whatever. It's station. Like it looked like station with like an E on the end. Something like that.
Yeah.
So we climb all these steps.
Oh,
And
god.
we're like, why? We're like huffing and puffing. We're like, why are these steps in a train station, right? So we climb. We get to the top. There's no one's around at all. what the hell? I couldn't read the words. I mean, I should have been able to read. I took French, but I just, at the time, they didn't have it where you could just instantly look something up on an
Yeah.
iPhone or anything like that, right? They did have iPhone, but they didn't have that kind of thing. So finally I found some guy and like knocked on and he somehow communicated to me that it was not the train station. It was a stadium. So
No
we
wonder
all
they
had
had all
to
the steps.
that again. But like Casey was not perturbed, because he was little enough. I was in a
Yeah.
complete freaking panic. Like, do they have a 911? I don't know what to do. Like they're going to help me, right? We got somebody to flag down a cab for us because the cabs were like Mercedes there, and they
Oh
didn't want anything to
gosh.
do with us. They took us. They're like, these people are ragtag. We don't want you. But these other people that were French jumped in front of the taxi, like, you have to take them. They forced them, right? So we did. We had to run. We finally get to the train. That train was such a nightmare. I almost wish I missed it. It would have been the same because I'll tell you a secret. If you get overnight train tickets, at least for this train from France to Italy, it was a train from Paris to Venice. For the love of God, get first class seats because we got the second class seats and you got 6 people sitting in one little, it's like a sarcophagus type of thing. So it was me, Michael, Casey facing 2 French girls and a random Asian guy.
Oh my.
And we was just like staring at each other. But then when the beds come down, it's bunk beds, 3 on each side. And I am claustrophobic. But this is where Casey had the best time because he had the top. He just loved it. To him, it was a big game on the top bunk. Me, I panicked. Somehow we got locked in. I couldn't get the door open. I don't know
Good
if they did that on
Lord.
purpose or not because they're coming around checking passports. I don't know what was going on, but I'm like, I woke Michael up. I'm like, you have to help me get this door open. You have about 30 seconds before I flip the fuck out and scream everywhere. And he's like, I'm sweating, and he's working at it, and Casey's just having, like, he's sleeping, la, la. And I got the window to crack open slightly. I'm sticking my nose at the window, but it's not enough. I need out of this room. He finally got it open, but Casey just slept through the whole thing. It's like this kid, I'm
Okay.
glad,
Yes, but
but,
Casey he was so chill about everything for the most part.
he tried to be. Yeah, but also on that trip, we ran into a woman that we were going in the catacombs, which, by the way, it's really cool, but really gross if you think about it. But it's bones and bones and bones
Oh, I
packed.
can't
It's
wait
just
to
like
go.
a mile of bones walking through, seeing all these bodies. This, it's bones, piles of bones. So the bodies are all part of us. And so we were waiting online. It's free to go in. And we were waiting online, and this Casey comes running up, "Mommy, I'm in trouble." Well, a lady came up, and she was wearing the yellow reflective vest, and she's yelling. And he had been playing with this, he had a toy weapon of some kind, or maybe he had made something into a weapon. He was just playing around, whatever. And this woman was yelling at him in French. And we thought she was like some sort of cop. So someone else was like, "That's a homeless woman. She's just crazy. She's just yelling." But Casey could not be, he was scared,
Well,
So I'm like,
yeah.
"No, she's not." Yeah. So he goes, "Mommy, I'm afraid I'm going to see her again." I'm like, "Oh no, we're going to come out on the other side. We're not going to see her." That fucking woman found us in
Oh,
McDonald's.
God. Of course, because she said she wouldn't.
She looked at him, and she, when people point the fingers at their eyes and then they point
Yeah.
at you and then she did
Oh my
that to him.
God.
This poor kid. Oh my God. He was like, like you know how you always remember the most traumatic things out of a whole
Yes,
trip,
of
everything. He
course.
always remembered that woman. I mean, it's like, oh, it was just this. He like that time and another time when we first time we went to Potterland, the Harry Potter world in Orlando.
Universal.
Because we want to get with you in LA, but he was little, and we went to Orlando. They would let him on the ride, but it was like, I should have thought about it, but I'm like, oh, Harry Potter's not bad, right? And it was
Oh,
that one when you go through spiders' webs and all that stuff.
yeah.
It was really scary.
That's scary
I'm like,
for a
okay,
kid.
so you'll like, I know. And I'm like, you'll like it. You'll be fine. He's like, oh my God, I'm never going to trust you again. I'm like, I ruined my relationship with my son over the Harry Potter ride. It was scary because you're
It
going into the
was, but it's Harry
spiders.
Potter. Right. Why would you think it would be scary?
It wasn't scary. That the first one was,
No, but they do. They take you through. Yeah.
yeah, they made it really scary. It was like
Yeah.
they magnified parts that was scary.
Yes.
And even the Quidditch wasn't fun either because you're like, whoa, I'm going to get hit by this magic
Oh, yeah.
And
Like,
so
I thought it was
and I
great.
go,
I enjoyed it, but I'm an adult.
right. Well, I just heard him screaming. I'm like, oh my God, I've ruined his life.
Yeah.
The amount of ways to traumatize a child are endless.
Right? Sometimes you think it's gonna be fine. It's Harry Potter. Why would you think it would be scary?
But we also had we had really amazing, it was a good trip, even besides
Yeah.
that, like he definitely enjoyed it. And I will say the Harry Potter world is exceptional the way they do it. It's really
The
well
one in
done.
Florida
Really.
is amazing. I loved it.
Yeah.
Love, love,
Yeah.
loved it. I mean, J.K.
Yeah.
Rowling is a piece of shit, but the rest of it is great.
Yeah. Well, but the place is amazing.
Yeah, it's really fun.
So anyway, I know we're going over, so
Yeah,
I'll end
it's
this,
very
but
yeah.
I will say my kids and I also, we went to, I took them a lot of places and we had a lot of fun. And I took them to Boston, and we were driving, and we saw the Feng Hua bus, from like New York. They don't even have this bus
Yeah.
anymore because it was so dangerous. They ended the bus. They still have buses to Boston, but not the Feng Hua. But it's a fun word, right? Feng Hua, 2 words. So we saw it. I'm like, oh, we should have taken the Feng Hua, right? We kept seeing the bus. Like, we would pull over, we would stop, get lunch or whatever, and we kept seeing this bus. I'm like, how slow is the Feng Hua, right? So then when we were so close to Boston, and like the kids were like, come on, Ma, race the Feng Hua, race the Feng Hua. And they'd be like, go, go. It was so cute. And I'm like, oh my God. They're like, put it in nitro. I'm like, oh my. So like had me like, and they're like, what now, Feng Hua? Had me racing this bus. While it was probably a different Feng Hua every
Yeah.
time. They have them like,
Yeah.
but we didn't think of that. But it was so much fun. And then we went to Walden Pond. It was such a fun. That's, the famous book Walden by Thoreau.
Yeah.
Thoreau lived like out of this pond, and he wrote Walden there. So we went to see the other guy's house, Emerson's house, and we took a tour of that, and the kids were like, whatever, but like they were good. Like they listened, but they humored me, because it was definitely not. But then we went to Walden Pond, and Casey wanted to swim, but Michael was like, I am not swimming. We don't have towels. We have nothing. Right. So he sat and read the book for the summer reading. My brother Sam is dead. I'll never forget. And Casey and I went in the water, and I'm not usually this spontaneous, right? But we had this lovely moment in the water. It was just like us, and like the sun was shining. It was just like this beautiful, peaceful pond, and very big snow pond, by the way. It was just lovely. And I even wrote about the scene in Lunar Rising, and we just had it was just like this moment of innocence, and I mean, like, there's a lot of moments. We all have these moments with our kids, right? But like a lot of times we don't take the moment to really memorize, like remember it and like capture it. I'm just so glad that I had these moments with him like that. And I'm really glad I wrote about it in Lunar Rising, because like it's a permanently done there, so I like that.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful. And then the one other thing I'll say is that I took them to the Museum of Natural History with the Egyptian stuff and all that. Was it? No, it was the Met. It was the Metropolitan, I think. That's what it was. They have they have the Egyptian stuff and all that.
Yeah.
So guards were following us. But what did they think we were going to do? I don't know. But then when we got upstairs, I took them in the Monet room, which I love. I love Monet. And they were tolerant a little bit. Then they're like, all right, we want to go, right? They wanted to have hot chocolate that was promised, And so I was trying to take them the long way out, and Casey he runs up to a Degas, one of those ballet paintings, and he goes, I know what you're doing. Take us out of here, or this painting gets it. Ready to destroy the Degas. And guards were not following us at that moment. So, oh my God. He wouldn't have done it, I hope. But, can you imagine?
Listen.
Paintings are too exposed. I'm sorry, they're too easy to get to. There's no covering. But then outside, we found the big sled, Central Park sled, and people were sliding down cardboard, and the people shared their cardboard with the kids, and this is such a thing. Like, you have all the museums in the world and this and that, and even the playground is great, but it's the cardboard that makes the kids the happiest, And they, after them just like hugging each other with their cardboard, and they just went down that thing and it was just like this, again, perfect moment of a day.
Yeah.
So I hope everybody looks back on their childhood the memories with the children and thinks back to those perfect days, because you can have many frustrating moments in a life, and you have hardships. And I certainly had the worst tragedy happen, but we have to remember all these good, beautiful moments, I think. I mean, that's really what life is about, right?
Mhm.
And I was going to read. I'm writing a book of free verse about Casey and about our trip across the country. I'm calling it Our Last Year because it was our last year, really. And we lived across the country. We lived in California for a year, but it's kind of heavy. So I don't think I will read them now. Maybe if I feel like I'll record a special little thing for, on Tuesday to go with this or something like separate piece, but I'm just going to leave it with the fun stuff right now. I mean, the book does have fun, but these are like, it's very reflective, so I'm just going to leave them like that. And we'll just end with some quotes, which I do actually have pretty sad quotes too. Let's see. Sorry, guys. Yeah. Yeah, maybe I won't have this. I'll say there's a quote from Mary Shelley, whose son died, William, and then there's a quote from Abraham Lincoln, whose son Willie died. I guess he was named William as well. And I don't know. I'm just trying to keep it light, so I think I'll keep those off. So I'll just say this old Chinese proverb that I found that you laughed, and I thought it was good. It says, "You cannot prevent the birds of sorrow from flying over your head, but you can prevent them from building nests in your hair." So I thought
I
that was
love
funny.
that.
And then here's it's just nice, I guess. Some queen, I erased the name of who said it, but I know it was a queen, like Queen Elizabeth, somebody, I think. Grief is the price we pay for love.
That's true.
So I think that's true. And then William Shakespeare says, "Give sorrow words." So in others, we have to talk about our grief. And I think a really great way is to honor the people. Grief can be spoken about by talking about the good memories about somebody, like I just did and Pascale just did. Kind of like those Irish wakes when everybody laughs and parties about people, And on Casey's birthday, I have parties and we talk about him and we laugh. So laughter is the best medicine, and that includes for grief, I think. And we have a choice. It's not besmirching the memory to laugh. We're laughing with them. We're not laughing at them. And even when we're telling a funny story about them, they laughed at it too. I think it raises our vibrations and makes us feel better. And it also honors them, honors their memory. And we want them to be remembered. We all want to honor our people for sure. So I'm glad I shared this. Thanks for sharing your stories too, Pascale. I love these stories with him. I'm really glad you had those moments with him. It really makes me happy.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, we had a great time. This kid was one in a million.
Yes.
Or he was just unforgettable, like the song. Like he's just so unique. And he also has, I'm going to try to remember to put the link on YouTube. He had a really funny video that he made in when he was driving one day in LA. He just made this funny video, so I'll link that as well. I'll link the Animal League thing, and I'll link that. I'm going to write myself a note. Hopefully, I'll do it, guys. And anyway, thanks for listening. Pascale, do you have a quote?
Yeah, I had a few, but I think I'm just going to do one, and I have no idea who said it, but like I said, I had a connection with Casey. I don't know why. So it just says the best kind of bond is the one that comes from a surprise friendship you never saw coming.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Yeah.
true. You
And
did. You guys really did have a great relationship.
yeah, we
Yeah.
just clicked.
I
I
love
don't
that.
know why.
Yeah. Well, the relationship itself is the why.
Yeah.
I think the best things in life are unexplainable. They just
Yeah.
happen. That's true joy, the unexpected. You can't force joy, right? You can't.
No,
It's either there or it's not. And I
exactly.
think that's a very important lesson. And Casey, I will say, brought us a lot of joy. He made everything funny. Even in the most solemn moment, he would just come out with something and you would laugh because he broke the tension. He really was great at that.
Yes, very much so.
Casey, we love you. Happy Remembrance Day. We'll call it
Yeah,
Remembrance Day. And happy
that.
Casey's Creature Kindness Day. Please, everybody, honor Casey if you can. If you can, make a donation, if you can afford it, even $1 to that Animal Legal Defense Fund. That's a beautiful thing to do. Or anything you want to do for your animals or any creature, because he loved all creatures. He would would be great with doing something kind for a bug, And he did anything, any creature living, honor Casey if you can. And if you have a picture of it or a video, something, hashtag Casey. And just be kind to each other, especially be kind to creatures that really depend on us for our kindness. They really don't have a choice. They kind of depend on us. So, kind of kindness. Yeah. So anyway, thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time. Au revoir.
Bye.
If you're a podcast host, listen up, this one's for you. My name is Allie Jackson. I'm the host of Finding Mr. Height, a dating and relationship podcast that I've been doing for 4 years now, sharing my positive and practical approach to dating that's built on my own life experience. And I wanted to share another experience that I've had, my secret behind monetizing my show. It's called Red Circle, and I was just telling my colleague about how much I love their platform. With Red Circle, not only am I getting a seamless hosting experience, but I also love the support I receive in ad sales. It's not just typical ad sales either. It's targeted opportunities based on my show and my life. And the platform is super simple. You just set your preferences and Red Circle matches you with sponsors that align with your show. You can vet every opportunity and their platform gives you great analytics. More recently too, my Red Circle team has brought me opportunities outside of my podcast on social media to really augment the podcast partnerships, bring them full circle. I just can't recommend them enough. If you want to give it a try, go to redcircle.com to get your free trial. That's redcircle.com for a free trial.